All right. Hello, hello, everybody. Greetings and salutations. It is that wonderful time for D&D once again. Hope you're having a wonderful day or evening. And we're gonna hit the ground rolling. I guess it's we're gonna hit the ground rolling. Got everybody in. Got people yapping. So that means it's time to go. All right. All right. All right. So, who can recall what happened last time?
Well,
Well, we were in one of the last couple of rooms, and there was a little lizard on the ground that Veldrin saw, and we got the idea that it might be the wizard, and he is under a lizard spell. So we had agreed that Veldrin should use Dispel Magic, and then it made the lizard disappear. And then there was a chest in the room, and Zed went to go pick the lock. And was it just a really bad roll, or was it a crit fail? Do you remember, Zed?
It was in that one.
Okay, so it was a crit fail. Zed crit failed as he went to unlock the chest and his tools broke. And then we had tried to hit it and that was not working. Like it had broken. Was it one of Kozik or Sari's weapons? And then Kozik tried to shoot it with an Eldritch Blast, and the Eldritch Blast got shot back out at us, and
Right.
it did some big damage to Kozik and like half damage to Veldrin. If it did its full damage, it would have one-shot Veldrin. And we were like, well, not much else that we can do here, so we went to the next room. And oh, there were also tapestries on the wall. The tapestries appeared to tell a story. Only the last three made sense, where it was about the tower being built. The tower was built, and there was the drow like proud in front of his tower. And then the third tapestry was of the tower being destroyed. And there were a number of other tapestries before that one that we weren't quite making sense of, but we did think that it might be related to the story because one of them had a picture of a dragonborn, and we had found that dragonborn statue in the bottom of the tower that was above on the cliff. But we go to the next room and we open the door, and it is frozen in time, and there is a drow wizard inside about to fight a bunch of the Slendermen. And the spell was like starting to fail after we had opened the door, but we had enough time to try to sleep and get a long rest in. Which Zed was not able to get a long rest in because his second sleep was interrupted by the spell failing. Did I forget anything?
I think that's about it. I mean, just the stuff at the beginning of finding
I
our
think
way
it's
into the supposed like wizard's quarters, and we kind of poked around the kitchen, and you did mention the tapestries and stuff like that. But yeah,
I think it's funny, just as a bit of an aside to the recap, um, that we were, like Kozig was mentioning, we were in this sort of living area. It was very nice. Seemed like only one person was really living there. There was, a kitchen that had food in it that was preserved, and a room with like living space that was very comfortable. Um, and I think we got so distracted by not being able to get into that chest, and then also making the lizard disappear, that we're like, yeah, let's leave this perfectly good room and go to the very last room in this tower. Cubed was like, you want to go to the last room? We're like, yeah. We want to go to the last room. We know we have a long rest in our back pocket that we were saving for this exact moment, and we're literally in the best place suited for it. But yeah, let's go to the last room. And then we couldn't open the door. I thought this was the best part about it, is like, this may have been Cubed being like, you guys don't want to go in there. But Kozik dispelled this door and had to crit to succeed.
right.
From my deduction, it was a 16th level spell that was on the door that Kozik had to crit to dispel, and happened to roll in that 20. So we happened to get in the door, and then yeah, the scene that Vel described. And we're probably not in a good position.
Well,
There were
Opal and
things enhancing the
Neavara would
DC.
have been able to get full long rests because they did not declare watches.
True, yeah. And I read it, what Cubed had said about the watches, or the long rest as well, and that made sense. But yeah, basically.
So Neavara and Opal, if you're down on spell slots, get those rests in now.
All right. Let me go ahead and do that. Who would have guessed that magical spellcasters require, spells to spellcast? Clearly, we could just rely on the sacred holiness of knife.
I mean, if that's what you want. Okay. So, as described, it opened the door. There we go. So you open this door. Well, actually, I think you guys kept it open the whole time because you want to not lose sight of what was going on.
Yes.
And as you do, right? Okay. There. So, if you recall, when you would kick the door open and saw the scene, it was this one person against wave after wave after wave of out for the stream. Wave after wave of these Slendermen, and also behind it, sort of like these portals have been open that they're just sort of crawling in through, more so just menacingly walking. I'm using things to represent the portals. But basically, it seems like tears in reality more than a official portal. It seems way more primal and unplanned and in its composition. So you definitely get the feeling it's not this guy just you know almost like a zipper opening kind of thing. It's like, oh, it's perfectly round or it's portal shaped. No, these are tears. These are like something took a claw and slashed through reality, and behind it is just the endless sea of stars and the void of which these things continually emerge. And for those of you who have to don or doff armor, unless you wanted to take penalties for resting in armor, you would not have it on right now.
Quick question: how does that apply to light armor, which would be very feasible to wear while sleeping?
Like that.
Like heavy armor, yeah, sure, fine. You're obviously not wearing metal plate, but like if you're wearing leather, like I imagine that Neovar wouldn't ever really take off her top, especially like out in the open like this.
Well, let me double check to see if they changed.
I guess a question would also be, what would be a penalty for that? For wearing armor, if there was one. And I
The
guess the
totes
reason I would
echo.
bring that up situationally is we knew that we were probably not, or we were probably going to get interrupted because this scene was unfolding and we could kind of tell the runes were shifting. So
Sleeping in light armor has no adverse effect from Xanthar's Guide to Everything.
Okay, so it used to be, you only recovered 1/4 of your hit dice, and prevents reducing any levels of exhaustion. Light armor does not incur these penalties. These are optional rules, etc. But I think in the new rule set in 20. Oh no, it looks like it's the same. Yeah, so light armor, you're fine. Medium and heavy are the ones that give you the 1/4 and exhaustion debuff. Which does not apply to Isarians, who their armor is integrated into them. Well, they also don't sleep, so also that. So yeah, if you had light armor, then you'd be fine.
Okay,
I think that this rule would only really apply to Sari. .13 AC, he's probably wearing. Yep, because Eldrin's using leather. Yep. So yeah, at this point, time has begun to resume. The runes appear to have lost their shape, their glow, their power. And time continues. And who was looking in the door?
Veldrin was the one keeping watch.
So Veldrin, you get to make me a stealth check. Okay. All right. So the scene continues, and you see these things like marching forward, just hordes of them. Well, hordes being a relative term. It's not like a bunch of little like ankle biters, but like two or three will come step forward at once and they get obliterated, and just two or three more will, kind of, it's kind of this back and forth where this guy's just, he's in a fight for his life. Like the sweat is like beating down his face, like his muscles seem extremely tense, his robes seem charred, probably from his own spells, and like lightning is arcing between these things, fireballs are being flung. It's just a scene of absolute chaos, and they are way too busy. Like there's a couple times where it becomes a close call. Like, one of them will get like 10 feet away from him, and they look like they're trying to engage, and he'll use like a shocking grasp on two of them simultaneously, and then they just kind of go poof. But then, back at the portal, the tears, more emerge, and it looks like you can. Well, let's see. If I had enough passive perception, and it kind of looks like he keeps trying to focus his attention on the rifts that are spawning these things, but every time he does, like, more of them jump in the way to take like the impact of a spell being flung at it. But this person seems like they are using magic with relative impunity. Whether or not these are spells, you are uncertain, but there is definitely a lot of high velocity, high octane action going on in this room, and it is constant. And you every so often you see the guy take like a step back, or like an inch back as one of these things get closer, and he's just getting pushed further and further away from what seems to be the goal of somehow shutting down, reducing, or interrupting, or intervening with these rifts that these things are coming out of. And since you were watching, I will ask you first, because you were awake. I guess technically Opal was also awake because Opal does not sleep, but this is you being the one looking in the door and sort of having first dibs on what to do.
Veldrin's definitely waking the group up.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah.
something we had established. It's just everybody is in that like groggy, being pulled out of slumber, somewhat interrupted, but not to the point where they didn't get the effects of longer, except for Zed. That kind of thing.
Mhm. He will look to the group, like particularly Zed and Neovara, for what they think should be done about this.
Well, are we going to step in and help this poor guy? Poor guy be, perhaps a question, but like, you know,
Well, I would like to help, but he does look like this does look like it would be difficult for us to handle. We're not exactly capable of anything as powerful as what he is doing.
it's mean. I think that we are quite a powerful bunch if we, put ourselves to try. right?
Or Zed is nodding in agreement. He's also kind of groggy and still waking up, having not gotten all of his rest. Cubed, I guess, for the sake of figuring out what we want to do, you've set the scene pretty well, but can you describe the room? I know that you did last session a bit, but I guess almost kind of like tactically, what all's going on here outside of the fight?
Outside of the fight, in here, of course, there's the runes, but there looks like a lot of debris at this point. Maybe there were desks, chairs, tables, maybe lab equipment. There's broken glass and liquids on the floor. There's books that seem like they have been completely and utterly turned to ash. There's books that seem like they still have scorch marks. There's, it's a very large room. So there's a lot of like, think of a wizard's testing area, like like a training area or a spell casting area, but also an experiment area. Maybe like imagine like a wizard's R&D department just got hit by a tornado or several.
Okay.
Real.
Not quite a chamber of secrets, but a chamber of can be. But there's no sorcerers. Fix my boop. Filter fixed.
I think Neovara's, down to get in the fight. Is she impulsive? Yes. Is this a drow male that she doesn't necessarily trust? Also, yes. On the other hand, her only answers lie with that guy. And she's been praying to a certain individual that, craves the persevering of knowledge. And so, how stupid would she be to kill him now before she knows what's up?
So illustrate.
And you're
Got
saying it's a it's a mob, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of these things. These tokens don't necessarily represent exact. They're more 2 or 3 of them.
She casts wait, she'd probably rush forward first, right?
That's up to you. Man, if only somebody with a Nexus of Fireball were around.
Right? She goes to here. I should remember the press shift trick. Right, and then she casts Spirit Guardians. Which is 15-foot emanation.
Yeah, Zed would as Vel was asking Neovara and Zed what we were thinking we should do, Zed would probably look over at Vel and maybe try and speak to that drow while we're all getting into position.
Obviously,
And-
she's not. Sorry.
Oh no, go for it. He's just gonna move.
No, go.
He's
I
he's
didn't mean to
telling-
interrupt.
he's telling Veldrin to like go speak to an unknown drow male, and Veldrin's like, "Oh, okay."
So, wait. We're gonna be in initiative. Because you stepped into the room. Get this for you. Alright, roll me some initiatives.
Beautiful. Neavara does in fact look like, her drow form. And her spirit guardians are little fae. As is clear from any creature that is typically neutral.
Can I get my cosmic omen, by the way?
What's kind of action is it to activate it?
I consult my star map for omens and roll a die. I roll a d20. Or I think it says,
clicking.
based on whether you rolled even or odd, you get a wheel or a woe.
All right.
Got a wheel, which means whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make a d20 test, you can take a reaction to roll 1d6 and add the number rolled to the total.
Okie dokie. So you feel yourself filled with cosmic reaction.
All right.
Right. So. Yep. Okay. So, the first order of business is when you guys started stepping into the room, some of the Slendermen with their nondescript faces they're looking at this guy, but then some of their heads turn towards you guys. But okay. So like all right, I gotta go down. I gotta do it because of different ranges. So first things first, we will start with everybody currently in the room. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Can I add my d6?
Yes, you can as a reaction.
Nice.
I got a 14.
All right. So as you have stepped in and you've looked in the direction of these things, maybe trying to help this guy out, some of the Slendermen look, quote unquote, in your direction. Not that they have faces or eyes, but they seem like they have become aware of your presence is here. And you kind of felt something like tugging at the edge of your thoughts, like trying to very almost distracting you. But you were able to steel yourself in this moment. So no effect. So Veldrin gets to make me another wisdom saving throw. $13. So, because you're kind of looking in that general direction, and as you go, status effects, you feel as though your thoughts are slowed in a sense. They're not a,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and take my inspiration. Reroll that. Oh, Lord. Statistically speaking, you should be able to pass this with flying colors, and yet.
sometimes the dice do be like that. All right, and then
Veldrin's getting psyched out about having to talk to a drow man.
so now I need Veldrin and Zed to make. These will be. Nope, it's wisdom. Wisdom saving throws. Fine on that. Okay. And once again, you kind of feel like something's trying to tug at your thoughts, but you seem to be very fortified in at least this situation. All right. That was their starting of, and then I roll him. So they focus their attacks, their relentless waves upon this man, and he manages to repel. Like this one looked like it was moving forward, about to, get all up in his grill, and he quickly takes a step back, slams his feet into the stonework, and just hold his hands forward, and just a plume of flame as like a cone of fire doesn't destroy it, but ends up causing some of them to fall, which effectively pushes, quote unquote, pushing back some of them. Like the force of the blast is enough to push them away as his reaction to this thing coming towards him. Which brings us to Zed.
And these things are all the same creature. I was noticing that this token just looks different.
They look the same, yes.
Okay. And you were saying that this guy he's repelling them, but he's been kind of specifically trying to target these rifts, right?
Yep.
Is what we can tell. Okay. Would you say that this room is dimly lit?
Oh, it's pretty well lit in here. Just between
Okay.
the spells going off and the ambient light from the much like the other room, like the floating chandeliers that kind of give off light. Like you probably would have even seen him try to arc lightning up through some of the chandeliers to try and hit one of the portals, and the creature steps out or interjects itself before the lightning can arc to any of the to disrupt or anything.
Okay. Yeah, I always got to ask about dim lit situations.
I mean, there are shadows in the room, just not necessarily dimly lit.
Yeah, fair.
And it seems like he notices you, but he can't even find the time to create like come up with words. Like he was about to say something, and then that thing jumped into his face, and his attention got diverted.
Well,
Have we
Levi's
seen him actually hit any of the rifts?
He's
As
been
far as-
trying. So no.
Okay. Okay.
Well, haven't you gotten yourself into a pickle, brother? She says, like, using undercommon. Teasing.
Bonus action to steady aim, and then he's gonna try and hit a portal. Let's see.
Nice.
I guess I'll try and hit the center one.
All right. That would hit something. Give me some damage. Portal 2. All right.
And doesn't have movement, so that'll probably be it. It's just testing the waters.
And also roll me a d20.
Right.
All right. So your firebolt hits, quote unquote, the portal, but it just kind of goes through it, because there's not a physical object that it impacts with, so it just kind of goes through and into the void and disappears.
So Zed's still going to be kind of like focusing on the threat ahead, but he's going to be hollering specifically to the drow. Drow man, what do we do now? And that'll be his turn.
All right. Seems very occupied to even be able to respond. Basically, imagine at the end of every one of your turns, he's doing something. So basically, he's mechanically, he has legendary actions. So the second Zed asks that, he turns to look at Zed and be like, opens his mouth, but then turns and like fires at one of these like hordes, and like with that roll, he was able to take out some. All right.
Oh my
Opal.
god, it's my turn. Okay. I can't. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I'm going into the room. Neilvara, what do you think we should do?
Kill?
Kill them?
Yeah. I think it's a
Uh,
pretty prudent thing to do, and she like points to the tentacles back there. And those things are going to kill us if we don't.
It's not tentacles, it's portals.
It's portals.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah, things are defending those portals to presumptively the astral.
I see, I see. So, just start killing. Gotcha.
Never done me wrong all these years. Ha 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 ha. That's a lie, but she's like flopping between undercommon and common. Smooth as butter.
Alright, I'm going to lightning launcher this front one. $19 for the first attack.
All right, you fire your legally distinct Iron Man wrist rocket.
Totally distinct. Also, I'm just going to attack again before I roll damage.
Yep.
20.
Yep, they'd both hit.
Nice. 12 for the first. 8 for the second. 20 total.
All right. So you would take out a couple of them, effectively kind of like pushing them back a little bit. Yep. And you, yeah, like your lightning just hits straight into them, and they just dissipate into like one of them. Interestingly enough, one of them like turns to like a pile of ash, and it blows away, and the other one just disappears into like an ethereal wisp, and just poof. All right, Niavara.
All right. So, knives in hand to be like, the source of her magical power. The horde in front of her, knowing what she has to do. Let's see.
Basically, he's acting, but I've already made the roll for the round, so I don't have to roll every time somebody does it.
There we go. That would literally be perfect. I did not mean to make those. Literally just trying to move Niavara's token and forgetting. I think she has to be here in order for it, because this is not a distinct place for it to be emanating from.
Correct. There.
How do I know it should theoretically possibly get all of them.
If you
Like this corner should count in theory.
he's at 15 feet.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot emanation.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
It's
like,
within the
that
circle.
should count. All right, all of them need to do a wisdom saving throw.
A 4. 9, 9, 10. Okay, and damage. And because I'm pretty sure your DC is what, 14
17.
DCs?
I'm not actually casting it, so I'm just doing it like this so that you can see it again. It's because of the Amulet of the Devout.
Ah, that's right. All right. And what's the damage? As your spirit guardians smack and slam into several opponents.
All right. Now, but it was already cast. So, um,
I'll roll a dice to see which.
it's going to be a So how are they looking, by the way? Like, we didn't ask, like, how damaged do they look? Is he just holding them off, or is he hurting them?
Both. Because I'm using that token for it, but it didn't rename it. Weird. One day I'll have a good foundry.
The oldie but the goodie. With the knife. In the room. It was Niavar with the knife. In the storage room. Con save on this guy.
Okie dokie. One next to you.
The one directly above her, yeah.
I know what happened. Okay. I see.
Oh, that's beautiful,
Plus-
but
Okay, 17. Yeah, well,
there's no such thing as a critical hit on a saving throw anymore.
no, it's just it just means it
It's
failed
just a
as red.
9.
Yeah. Oh, that's horrible. Well, I guess not, but
18 plus that, so I know. Uh-oh.
I mean,
Foundry? Oh. Hold on, I gotta refresh Foundry. Oh, maybe. Oh, I think it caught up.
and preparing herself.
Okay, just lagged a little bit.
She thinking quickly uses the invoke duplicity to give herself that added benefit of good luck picking up which one of us it is. And I will, of course, use
Mhm.
the Inanna token as the duplicity so that we remember which one's which. And that's my turn.
Oakley dokley. So you see second Neovar enter the battlefield.
She turns around and does a little wave at the other drow. Like a little wink and a nod.
And
Before
as per at the end of turns, he's like throwing spells at these things, just kind of pushing them back. Kozik.
Okay, well, I definitely want to enter the zone, so
Ko enters the Thunderdome.
the Thunderdome. Highway to the Thunderdome. Okay, so that's what? 1, 2, 3. I'll move aside. Okay, I think that's pretty much. And so yeah, I'm seeing this crazy scene. There's multiple Niavaras. There's spells being thrown about, and I don't know if it'll help, but I'm gonna go to my old go-to. Maybe I can dispel the magic. Maybe I can collapse the this dimensional door by dispelling magic. So I'll give that a try.
I think it's a range increment.
It's 120 feet.
Trying to spell one of these thingamadoos.
Well, I mean, I guess I can't if I guess my intention would be to dispel the whatever sort of ragged, rift in reality or something. But if it's too big, then I guess I can't do that.
Try.
Okay, I'll give it a try. So I do that, and then I guess what I need to roll my charisma check as the thing against it.
First, let's start with a little bit of luck. So a D100.
Okay,
High is good.
Okay, I think high is 13 or above, right? Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty high. Look at that.
Compared to a d20, yes.
Oh, yeah, it's low.
That's alrighty. So you go to cast Dispel Magic, and
Mhm.
you don't really feel a spell effect at play.
Right. Okay, this is greater than it's a deeper magic or something more fundamental to reality than just a spell effect.
Correct. It is not. It is not something in your current library of knowledge on. Like you've dealt with like ambient magic. You've dealt with um spells, and the fact that you cast Dispel and you didn't feel any, almost kind of you didn't feel anything, like in some cases you feel like it's a test of will. It's you trying to suppress or dispel an effect, and sometimes it's just so strong you have to really like focus um
Mm.
to bring it down. In this situation it's like nothing there. You see the effect, you see what's going on, if it were illusion or something, that it could have been dispelled by now, or you'd have probably have felt a little bit of that tug of war, that the mage duel, as some might say. But it's nothing there as far as like that resistance.
Yeah. Well, I'm chilled to my dwarven bones by this, and I cry out, "Ah, dwarven sages below! This situation is definitely tougher than I thought. Ah!" And yeah, I guess that's my turn.
This guy.
The dude.
Yep, the dude. So he's been flinging spells and magic and just at the nilliest of willies. And you kind of, he's met with you guys sort of distracting these things and pushing them back. This might be the first time, technically, since you met him, which has only been about, I don't know, 10 seconds ago, 12 seconds ago. Like for the first time, he's actually taking a step forward and moving closer. And and oh, and he actually manages to assist a little bit, and it was only by 2. Not necessarily like destroy the thing next to Neavara, like to destroy the ones next to Neavara, but like push them back a little bit. And because it's his turn, he just calls out, "The portals, they are the danger. Close them. Use your magics. Disrupt the energy. I have been trying, but these stupid things keep blocking." And then he fires another like magic missile into the portal, and like a creature steps in the way and just takes it. And it's not, I would say, not necessarily like magic missile, but more like a more powerful one that Zed might know. A Jim's magic missile. And he kind of looks around the room, and like he's done what he's been able to do. Just help push things back, try and take a pot shot at one of the portals, to no avail. Beldrin.
I've been looking at my spells and I'm like, oh god.
Let me
Right,
take
what
a
can be done?
gander.
Throw your stick at
I
it.
have like attack spells, but I'm thinking like what could be used in assistance with those portals.
In theory, an Arcana check to know sort of like what magic it is.
Yeah. I will have him, move closer. Uh,
Man, I always forget how cool the spells that you know, druids get. Y'all got
How's-
the global twilight.
how's that Arcana check cubed?
It's an 11.
Yeah. What do I learn from that, if anything?
I mean, what
It's an
information are
11.
we trying to divulge?
Anything about the portals.
With an 11, there are portals and things are popping out of them. And these things are intercepting attacks directed towards them. And any ones that are failed in defending these portals, another one just pops in.
Oh,
Stepping from the
yeah.
darkness.
And you said Zed hit the portal, but it just like went through.
Yes, you hit the middle one. Whether or not that had an effect, you were uncertain. That was a skill check. Remember, new rules. Skill checks are actions.
Yep. I can, though, take up my sorry form. That's a bonus action. And I am going to take up the archer, where it says, as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack, hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of yourself. And it does radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Broke. All right. So on your so next turn you'll be able to shoot.
Yeah.
That was an internet. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. That brings.
Oh shit. Did Bell get his reaction back by the time it
Yes,
was?
I get my reaction because the turn is done, so I would be able to give somebody a d6 on a check.
It's after your turn. It's not when your turn starts. I was thinking for the potential of being able to add it to that Arcana.
It's usually at the end because the reaction's basically like one turn. So
Okay, that makes
the next
sense.
time
Yeah,
your action economy refreshes is when your reactions do.
So if somebody else wants to do an arcana, I can give you a d6.
Opalsley is the smarty pants of the group.
I can do this.
But that would be on your turn because it's their turn. They are
Very true.
fighting back. Start with you. Ooh, that's low. They're both terrible, but he's still gaining the upper hand. Spacebar. There we go. And he launches let's say like a globule of acid which splashes onto like the group the group of them in the north, and some of them just get completely and utterly just turned into goop piles, which eventually sizzles into the ground and fades away. Still gaining though. And their turn will be. They are
Come into
going.
the come to the friendly circle. It will not hurt you.
So let's see. They see these flickering lights and what have you. But they are endless. They are a whole. They care not. And they are intelligent. And it's at the start of the turn that this goes off, that they have to do a save.
I believe so. 1 second. Let me just double check the rules are right. It's when you enter it, so that guy who had been pushed out and re-entered the hole, he had to retake it.
Okay.
And I'll just put it back in there for us so that I can figure it out and you can roll the damage.
I thought it was like at the start of their turn when, if they're in it, it goes off. Or if they move into it.
Come on. I have been clicking the button so many times.
That's Spirit Guardians.
Yep. Oh, I just couldn't actually click on the conversation to actually read it.
14.
Huh? The
But
hell?
that's within on a Yule's 2014 sheet.
Oh, there's my problem.
But I can still roll. I'll just know it's 17. That one would pass.
An affected creature speed is halved in the area. Oh, that's actually good.
Definitely.
So actually, every time they haven't had to move, they're slower.
So 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, the first time on a turn, when they enter or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
So yeah, start of the turn and when they entered.
So one of them would fail.
Two of
Two
them,
of them
because the
fail.
one was a 15.
Well,
It's DC 17.
I'm adding the pluses.
Oh,
Not update it right. Why are my tokens? Because like I said, I'm just using like, because I couldn't get a token for like actual Slenderman without worrying about, I don't know, some weird copyright bullshit.
second. There we go.
I've basically been basing the tokens on, like the visual tokens on this creature. And that is
Oh.
is a half on a nothing on a.
I
Or
am
passing.
realizing the main problem. It is adding both of them. It is both the radiant and the necrotic. I have to pick one, not both.
I see.
It would in fact be the radiant damage, so only 15. My apologies.
15.
Why does it do that?
It does that. It just Foundry's not. It has both numbers loaded in.
So it's not selecting between them. Okay.
Yeah, it's
This-
just saying
the
here's
slow
all your
effect.
possible options.
Mm-hmm. The slow effect is still fire, actually, though.
Yep, so 5, 10. That one can move. Alright, so that's about as far as they can go. Damage, and then damage, so radiant
It
15
would only
damage.
be 15. Yes.
Half of that. enough. Okay. So they still get to do their thing though. And their jet black, like almost ethereal tendrils reach out and two of them are going to attack Neavara as they are intelligent creatures and do comprehend flanking and surrounding a target. And the third one looks like it tried to get around the Veldrin, but its speed was reduced by the light intervening.
All right, so I'm just gonna run the con save first.
The light
Well-
being his starry form.
So the con is going to be based on how much damage you take. Because if it's less than 10, the con's 10. But if it's more than 10, like say it's 20 damage, I believe it's like half of the damage you take or a DC 10. So we'll see how much.
Like to keep the spell?
Yeah, for concentration checks. It's so
Got it.
the DC is half the damage you take or a 10 as the DC. If it like if half the damage you take is less than 10, it just bumps it up to 10. If it's more than 10, then that becomes a new DC. So like I said, if you took like 21 damage, right, then your DC then becomes 11 and not 10. But if you took 5 damage, then the DC is just 10.
Got it.
Oh, nope. For that, there we go. And I need to figure right. So
No.
neither of them would hit as they are the same number, even with the additions applied. Then the other one with advantage.
Yes.
Double numbers again. All right. Plus hits. Okay. For 8 damage. And a Constitution saving throw. As you
Mental
feel
math has suddenly
one-
become my
as you feel one of these things just sort of stab into you with a tendril. Like they're not even using their hands, it's just these whipping tendrils.
disgusting. You're gonna make it, girl.
All right, so you're fine on that. Now the Constitution saving throw.
Oh, an extra one.
Yep.
Great, because there's a rider on. Oh no.
5. Bust out my little debuffs here. Don't mind me. Oh, damn it. There. So it like it not necessarily impale because it was only like a whopping 8 damage. You've been hit harder, but it does kind of poke you a little bit, and where it jabs into your skin because it's like it's like a sharpened like needle when it stabbed into you. You see a small like purplish symbol appear at the point of the wound. What that means, you are uncertain. Good.
Well, this guy did say to focus on the portals. Um, let's see.
Yep, and you were able to, like, nothing jumped out and intercepted your firebolt from the one you attacked.
Would Zed be able to like avoid attack of opportunity between these two
I don't know, depends on your
And-
path.
and split them? So like goes here and then steps in and just kind of like it seems like I'd be able to skip both of them.
30, yep.
All right, so bonus action to get to there. And he's gonna just try and take a swipe at this thing with green flame blade.
All right. And as you are doing so, this is a freebie perception check. Just like as you're walking up to this rift in space and okay. So you would feel somewhere in like your torso area there is something is growing warmer. Almost like a small metallic or obsidian object. Some kind of a thing that you've been carrying around seems really warm as you've gotten closer to this portal.
Okay. That might not be good.
And also, is little one on your shoulder?
Probably would be
Okay.
I just got a bad feeling that Zed shouldn't be here right now.
I got a bad feeling about this.
We're all
Ray?
in this together. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Anyway, so green flaming.
I guess not.
I mean, luckily you don't have to. Just to hit it is very easy. It's sort of a stationary situation. There's a little bit of
Fair.
fluctuation, but it's not like it has a armor class per se. The portal's not going to jump away from you when you swing at it. So instead of damage, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
So you swipe your blade through what you believe to be like some of the edges of this rift, and you could swear that somewhere in the darkness there's movement. Like it's like you can't see it, but it's like looking at a shadow moving in front of between you and like the stars of the void. So it's like there's definitely something out there moving, but you just can't physically see it. And with that 16 Arcana, you would see a little bit of the edges start to fray a little bit of the edges of the rift, the tear. They kind of seem like they become a little more unstable. And as you do that, you would see a spell fly past your head from this guy, from this drow. And at the point of your blade, like intersecting the edge, it's almost like it's infused with another kind of force, magic. You're not really sure, but your blade grows hotter than you've ever seen it. It's like goes from, maybe like a small flame, just enough that maybe like a half an inch off of the blade, there's some flame there, to now it's like a legit like full on like anime style flame sword. Yes, more of that. Need more of that? Continue your work. We will repel these things.
That was the drow saying that?
Yep.
Wow.
As Zed got possessed. I think that's so. Okay, so I'm not rolling damage, but that did have an effect. That was good. Okay. Cool. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Opal.
Oh, it's my turn. Yay. Was he saying more fire? I mean, my lightning launchers are doing good enough, aren't they?
I mean, lightning launchers hit some stuff.
Yeah. I'll take a few more shots at the boys.
Oh. Yeah, I'd say that hits.
What, the second one?
In their current situation, background things happening, yes.
Awesome. 25 total damage.
Hey, that's 25. Okay. Get back. So that horde push back some more. Granted, like they keep reinforcing, but because instead of me constantly adding and removing tokens, think of it as a game of tug of war right now. So like you kill a few, but then a few start coming in to reinforce it. So it's not like once you do enough, it's enough. You saw before, at least in the scene before, it just looks like these things are endless.
Gotcha. We're only able to push them back, not end the flow eternally or permanently.
Push back, yeah. But yeah, you managed to buy Neovar a little bit of ground to stand on, as it were.
Yippee, I'm being helpful.
And did you want to move or you stand where you are?
I am happy exactly where I am for the moment.
Wishful
My
thinking.
lightning launchers have a great amount of range to them.
Don't worry. Neovara.
Go. obviously, so they're ganging up on her. No fun. No fun at all. It's called. Yeah, I'm fairly certain this is how it works. The illusion is going to run forward. She can control that as part of the action of the illusion. Let me just double check that I have the rules right there. The duplicity. As a bonus action, I can move it up to 30 feet. Okay, yeah, so it is my bonus action. The illusion is going to jump forward 30 feet.
Jump as in like a teleport or just a run movement?
Run.
They're gonna attack it.
Beautiful. Please do. Swipe,
So they
swipe.
swipe,
Or
swipe.
no swiping. Obviously, there's
Calculate.
nothing there.
Well, it depends on if they technically could hit it.
I don't think they can. I'll pull up the rules again.
Well, like what's I asked the question for a particular reason. Let's see. 18 and 19 would. Okay, so when they swipe at it, like it's clear to them that the tendrils just go through it like an illusion.
Yeah, it's intangible. Yeah.
Correct. So now you probably could ascertain that now they're aware that that is intangible because they swiped at it and the attacks just went right through it.
Hee hee hee. Yeah. Neovara blinks and she's like, uh-huh. What were you expecting? Kindness? Your actions to be rewarded? What are you doing? Other than being a huge pain in the ass. And like evil and bringing chaos to the world. And like not even the good fun kind.
That was a bonus action.
So her action is going to be a word of radiance. DC 17 con save.
Can't say.
And it's a little 5-foot emanation. So I think it should hit this guy and this guy.
Is it based on you or?
It is based from me.
Yep, so it'll just hit the two adjacent to you.
Yep.
Can't say. So
First definitely fails, unless you're hiding something underneath your bag.
let's see. Yeah, so that is. And what's the damage?
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Or take 1d6 radiant damage?
Yeah, once like a
2d6.
single 6.
Okay, so a 3 and a 3. The
real damage is going to be on your turn. You're next.
Oh, actually, Kozik's next. Anything else?
Action, bonus action, and she's not going to move. So, yeah.
Kozik.
All right. Well, I'll move forward, and I guess I want to attack what Zed was attacking.
The portal.
Try to attack the portal itself, or whatever that.
Zed's got
So
like
I will Eldritch Blast it.
Zed's kind of like standing off to the side, and he's got making like a field goal with both of his hands for Kozik to shoot
tried-
through.
I'm gonna aim it right between the goalposts there. 15 and a 19.
Yep, they would both go right through the goalpost.
All right. Well, one of these blasts is like, I don't know, the color of orange sherbet, and the other one is kind of a sky blue. Pow.
And give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. Let me pull that up.
Yes, continue to do that. Working. 18. So Zed, after these double Eldritch blasts just kind of fire through the portal, yeah, it looks like it's a kind of wavy, looking like looking more unstable, especially between the two. Actually, it would be since it was 2 hits. Yeah, roll me another Arcana check.
Oh, right on.
Technically,
Nice.
yeah. So these portals, like Kozik is aiming between the field posts, and he has like one like arc a little bit to the right and one to like the left side of the field goal hands signal thing that you've put up, and they just hit the edges with such like a clarity that you can even
Nice.
start to see
Good.
like the destabilization, almost like warbling, almost like with like a warbling hum in the air.
Nice. I say, hang on, sir. We'll get you out of here. And that'll be my turn. I'm stoked.
All right, his turn. You have opened up options for him. So he's looking at the crew, amidst the kerfuffle in the middle of the room. And then he sees Zed and Kozik like aiming at portals. And as a tactician of magical prowess, he looks at all 3 of these portals, and he sees the creatures in front of him, and then he points a finger at the one next to Zed. And oh, hot damn. All right then. Gonna. So he'd probably like put a hand on like Kozik, like on your Eldritch blasting, or maybe holding your arms out, and he puts one
right
hand on Kozik's hand, like not like pulling him away, but just being like trying to gain stability as he plants his feet, and he points his finger like a finger gun, and he just kind of pulls the trigger, and it is with so much force that it almost knocks the both of you back.
Cool.
And get my this. And with a calamitous impact, you'd see the frayed edges of the reality, just almost like watching a little like somebody just like popping a balloon full of glitter. It's not glitter, but it just explodes outward a little bit, like not even like an inch away from Zed's face, and it has this clear unstable feel to it. The air is charged around it. I mean, you did the Arcana check before. So the air is charged around it, and it disappears. It's almost like a small, somewhat contained explosion, and then it just collapses in on itself effectively. I just get off the battlefield so people don't have to have that be distracting. Oh, and he takes a breath. I thank you for your assistance, but there are still 2 more. Do not let your guard down.
Yes, yes, we'll keep it up.
And then Veldrin. May not be muted.
Oh, I was. So we're supposed to be attacking the portals, like that's what's working. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Easy. I got some ideas. We're gonna moonbeam one of them.
Classic.
Right.
My favorite.
So place down where you want it.
Did right on the portal, or yeah, right in the center of this portal.
All right, and then give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. Oh boy.
All right, so you place a moonbeam down, and the first reaction is these, some of the Slendermen move to try and block it, but ultimately they just kind of get moonbeamed instead. So you can give me some damage. And that technically counts towards the horde, the effect on the horde. So we will do
Moonbeam.
this one gets pushed back. As we'd say, like some of them from this horde try to move to intercept the moonbeam, the attack on that portal, thinning their numbers, but they're still a horde, so they get reinforced very quickly within like a second kind of situation because they move with it. Their reaction time is with an unnatural speed. But yeah.
I also get to bonus action hit something with the luminous arrow.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit this one, and it is 1d8 plus my wisdom, so 1d8 plus 3.
The attack roll.
It says I use a ranged spell attack.
Yep, so it's the attack roll.
Okay. So it'd be a d20 plus my attack modifier, right?
Your spell casting.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have a
page.
+6.
Yep, so
Yeah, I have a
D20 plus
plus
6.
6. Yeah. And I'm hitting that portal.
Yep, and give me an Arcana check. All right, so you fire your celestial?
It's a luminous arrow.
Luminous.
That's all it says.
Your luminous arrow into the portal, and one of these things jumps forward and just gets, takes the brunt of it.
It was a 5 damage.
But it is still there as you see other silhouettes of these eldritch creatures, starting to step forward to just fill in ranks. Oh, unless you want to move anywhere.
I feel like these things don't like the light, so let's move a little closer.
All right. Their turn. Contest. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, they actually start to gain some ground.
Is it possible to silvery barbs that?
Well, silvery barbs will only affect target,
Yeah,
not so
because
much.
I know it's like a group thing, so that's why I was asking. All right,
And
never mind.
it's also not an attack roll. This is so
I
this
figured it
is
was like staging.
yeah,
Test wills.
sort of setting the scene as it were.
Sounds good.
It's basically it's just determining who gets the upper hand for this round. And they definitely do. Which they get that. All right. So now their actual action for the turn. So this one closest to Veldrin.
All right. Make the con save. You're starting the turn in the thing.
Right. Do that first. Actually, I'll just do all
Me?
three of them first.
Yeah, just roll it.
Those
I
are
will
acting.
once again put it in chat. Oh, very nice. Not you.
Oh, I said me, and it got yes. I was like, huh?
And I'm
All
just
right.
gonna roll the 1 3d8. That way we can't forget. There's the radiant damage.
So 14 plus 5. All right. Radiance. So that's at the start. So actually, no, that's to. So if they pass, it's half, right?
If they pass, let me just double check the rule book.
Well, it's not a reflex, so maybe half.
I think it might actually be full damage, but I'm
All or
double
nothing.
checking. On a successful save, they take half as much.
Half, okay. So that actually comes out to.
Do they kill any of them?
Oh yeah, you're like dropping a bunch of them. But they, like I said, where one falls, one or two.
Another rises.
Yeah. But I'm calculating the damage to calculate the effects of things. Half of that. 5 plus 5. Okay. So they effectively get 4, 5. A bunch of them get pushed back. Just they get felled within the range of your spell, but it is still their turn. So that was at the start of their turn. So they'll just back up to re-engage.
Since they can only be hurt once per round, I'm not gonna make them re-roll it.
Yeah, I mean you can't. So yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, are these different creatures though, or are they the same one?
They're counted as the
Oh.
same.
Got it.
So think of it like there's always at least one. So it's just when you kill like most of them, they just reinforce. So there's always at least one in the pack of the same creature. Because otherwise it would be a nightmare to try and keep track of every single one that reinforces. And it would slow the game down, the combat down way too much. So think of it, this is more like a horde scenario than it is we're fighting 8 goblins. It's more like there's so many of these things that keep happening that to keep track of the numbers would be a nightmare. I want to make it for easy and for everybody and myself. So that effect, and what they did They did effectively win the round, so they are gonna do their thing now. Tendril attacks. Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to speed this up? I had an idea, and I was like, that wasn't really. Let's do this. Since it's a horde, the first 4 dice will be for Veldrin, and then the last 2 will be for Niavara. So don't panic when you see a bunch of D20s. So what is Veldrin's AC? 13? Oof. So Veldrin would get hit by 2 of these. 6. For a grand whopping plus 2. 17 damage across 2 hits. And I will need 2 Constitution saves from Veldrin as I Toyman. And what's Niavara's AC currently?
14. It's definitely gonna hit her.
Yep. Okay. So that will be 2 hits for Niavara as well. Which I think would be 2 separate concentration checks, right?
Yes. Each one
Okay.
she gets damaged for.
Alright. Plus 2. That's 2. And since you got hit by both, we'll just do...
Wait, isn't the first one an 11?
You said your AC is
So an
14, right?
Yeah.
Beat or beat.
An 11 doesn't beat, though, I thought.
Yeah, I'm not applying the bonus. I was just rolling the d20s.
Oh.
So their rolls aren't flat numbers. I know the
Yeah.
modifier to them. It's just instead of me rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Plus the
or 6
modifiers,
plus
got it.
modifiers each time, I'm just rolling the d20s and adding the numbers to expedite things.
Got it. So con saves.
So it's gonna be plus 2. So 9 for the first one, and same thing.
9 and 9.
Yep. So 2 DC 10 con saves.
Oh my god. No. Anyone have an inspiration to throw around?
Sure.
I'm gonna re-roll the first one to
Boink.
see if I can.
Let's
Go
see
for
what
it.
you got.
Thank you, Kozik, and I think that actually gives me back inspiration, and I will give it back to you instead.
Wow, the energy is cool.
Well, that
Thank you
was
for letting me borrow it.
to maintain your spell, but now there's 2
Yes.
Constitution saving throws for something else. All right. So a 12 and a 13. So you each got 1 fail. Okie dokie. So as these things slap into yous. Oh, and Veldrin has this. So okay. So Bell will start with Veldrin. Zoom in here. Tokens.
Okay.
Because of some stuff.
Because of some stuff.
Yep, because of some stuff. So the attack that hit you, it leaves a very nasty gash,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurts a lot. And Yaria, which means for you, token. I can find. There we go. It also leaves a pretty nasty gash.
He is breaking his concentration on the moonbeam because its greatest asset is moving in and out, and a portal's not moving anywhere.
All right. So you don't have
What
to
do
worry
we got
about
going on?
concentration. And that was their turn.
And then I will cast Aura of Vitality.
Is that a reaction?
Oh wait, it's an action. Whoops.
Yeah. Because that was their
Wait,
turn.
breaking. Oh. Okay.
All right. Zed. They're in the boss fight. Like, this is the big bad boss.
Um, I'm gonna go for good old magic missiles.
Yeah, you can.
Trying to hit the rift to the south.
All right.
And
All right. So you can give me 2 Arcana checks. I guess technically, unless you want to augment.
what do you mean?
So, yeah, so the 15 would slam into the rift, and the 22 would slam into the rift.
Okay. Um,
The 13 gets intercepted by a creature. Disruption. That was a 19. Okay. So yeah, when your magic missile hits the Riftoroni, like it seems like one of them just kind of flies through it, but the other one, with all the, you know, somewhat unpredictability of the gem's magic missile, when it actually impacts the quote unquote impacts the side of the rift in space, it explodes as if like, and you recognize this, like this is when you roll that natural one, explodes in your face. It kind of does that, further destabilizing. And did you want to?
Probably stay here.
Okie dokie. Full.
Yippee, more time. More time to kill. Okay, actually we'll move a bit only a bit. Taking some pot shots. Shoot. Does anybody have an inspiration? Because the last time I rolled a critical failed on this, this
I-
broke outright.
I think we're fresh out of inspirations because we burnt them all last session.
Wait, I just got one. Does Kozak have
Yeah.
his to share?
It should be used if it needs to be used.
Thank you, Kozak.
Yeah, it's Niavara's inspiration.
All right, so re-roll it.
Here's hoping. 17.
Also,
Much
what are you
better.
aiming at, by the way?
These guys are
These guys are, and you cut out.
right here, right?
Yep.
Like they're, yeah, those guys.
Another wrist rocket.
And a 26. Very nice.
Wow.
None of those are natural ones, so thumbs up.
Yay. 12 into 11, 23 total.
Enough. That's threshold. Push back. Yes, yes, keep it up. Push them back. Destroy the portals. Anything else from Opal?
Nope, that will be my turn.
All right, Niavara, at the start of your turn, automatically take 2 points of damage as the wound from that thing that slapped you has not closed and is bleeding somewhat profusely.
Uh-oh. I also realized I did not take the damage from those attacks. 18. Plus 2, so just 20 total damage. So there we go. So that's why I'm not taking the con save. Oh wait, should I? Because it's damage.
I believe it's whenever you take damage.
Alright, so this should be a pretty a low one, right?
It'll be a 10.
Alright.
Fine. It's only a minor bit of pain, but the wound is still not closing.
So I do have a quick question about the logistics of the spell. I'm gonna reread it just so that we're like all on the same page. I'm like, oh yeah, this is how it works. Blah 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 blah. So it says specifically you can cast spells as though you were in the illusion space, but you must use your own senses, right? How does that apply to spells that have like an AOE? Like I don't know, Spirit Guardians.
If you cast it on the duplicity, I think technically it would be on the duplicity.
Okay, so here's my actual thing. As a bonus action, you can actually move, like blah 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 blah. Is that the right one? Okay, yeah, Trickster's Transposition. Yeah, I can teleport or swap places with the illusion. How does that impact with an AoE? Does the AoE follow me? Or could I, in theory, just leave the AoE on the illusion?
I would say it would be on whichever target it was cast on, because otherwise
Uh-huh.
moving it would be like recasting it. That's what I would think. Because it's I'm reading it like, because whenever you take the bonus action, if you can teleport, swapping place with the illusion. Yeah, you're swapping places with the illusion. You're not replacing the illusion. So whatever effect that would be on the illusion would stay with the illusion. Whatever
And
effect is
whatever
on you would
effect's
stay on
on
you.
me. Okay. Just wanted to know how that would rule first. And then do some quick measurement. That is not the type of thing that I wanted.
Because it's not replacing the illusion that has the effect on it. It's the effect is now on that illusion.
How is it that it was like a perfect 15-foot? Aha. All those are still within the circle. Neavara is going to swap places with the illusion. These two need to roll me Constitution saves.
All right. Well, one would be an Arcana, but con for the other. Alrighty.
Gonna get rid of that guy because there's no effect on it. $3d8 for the one that failed, presumptively. And then an Arcana check for the other guy.
Arcana check for the whole portal thing that's in it.
Oh, I had to do damage for it. The whole point of this is to avoid rolling damage. And that's why.
No effect.
Alright, so Veldrin's still
Once.
hurt real bad. I am still hurt real bad. A whole wound that's not closing type shit.
Mm-hmm.
There-
Let's go. Mass healing word.
Action.
Oh, I didn't realize that was a bonus action. Never mind. So, moving, like transpositioning, is a bonus action. So I didn't realize that that spell was an action. I thought that would be an action. My mistake. I will take back my 3rd level spell slot.
Look. I'm thinking you could maybe downgrade it, your action to a bonus. What's the official rule say?
Right. If you haven't already taken an action, you could just
In
call
D&D,
Dude,
you cannot
Can
downgrade
you?
a regular to a bonus.
That's crazy. I mean, it on the one hand makes total sense. On the other hand, that's crazy.
Are limited to one of each per turn. The exception of special abilities or spells that explicitly grant additional actions.
All right, in which case, let's go ahead and trick these guys. Because I can, technically speaking, move them as part of the transpositioning. Right?
Believe.
Yes. That's what it says. You can move it up when you teleport.
Yeah. Yep.
She is going to use the weakest spell in the book. The Word of Radiance. Which impacts these two fuckers. Con save. To be like, hey, Nana Boo Boo, I'm still right here. Pinky promise.
17 plus bonuses. So they both pass.
Alright, I don't think it does any damage then, but hey, there's a spell, it's right there. Pinky promise she's right there.
Righty. That will bring us to Kozik.
All right. Well, I'll move a little closer to the action, and as I pass by the old gentleman, I'll say, "Sir, I think we have a lot to discuss once we take care of this fracas."
We do. But first things first, let's survive this. And these foul creatures.
Well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. And yeah, I'll just save a spell slot and go with the good old Eldritch Blast.
And what are you aiming at?
I want to aim at what this most northerly portal.
All right.
Boom.
Yep, that's going to
Nice.
impact. That'll impact. So give me 2 Arcana checks.
Oh, cool. Let me pull up my character the other way. Two.
And the
Okay.
first one will be at disadvantage. So, yeah,
Oh,
that. Second
let
will
me
be
reroll.
normal. Okay, so a 15 would still be enough.
Do I need to roll one more?
Yep.
Okay. Meh.
All right. So you see, like the first one, there was a little bit of unusual, like warbling to it, but you managed to power through and, like it looked like it was kind of sort of stabilizing a little bit, but yeah, you managed to break through it and keep it. Sorry, you managed to maintain continuing its instability as the creatures try and jump in the way and stop you, but you managed to get past them. The second one, though,
Yar.
just doesn't seem to have much effect. Like one of them jumps in the way and just eats it, and then immediately replaced. But you can still give me some damage on the second one.
All right, we're keeping it up.
Plus, say this one
And
used a bit.
I think that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. This guy. So he's going to take his turn to plant his feet in the ground again and start drawing some kind of a arcane circle on the ground. Now that it seems you have them getting pushed back, I can begin properly. Do not let them get to me. His turn is spent doing whatever arcane thing he is doing. Okay. Beldrin, you see this guy in front of you. Oh, start of your turn. Also, I that. So you take 3 points of damage as your as the wound that this thing gave you continues to bleed. And then it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. I am going to do a good old aura of vitality like I was gonna before.
All right. Well,
And I will heal myself to start. Just 4. That's better than nothing.
yep. That's 4 more. That is. Anything else?
I can also shoot my little astral arrow, or not astral, luminous.
It will be
And
at disadvantage because there is something in melee with you.
yeah. Well, I can shoot it at that thing, but
Yeah, it'd still be at disadvantage though.
so because this is the thing that is really far up there, how would I roll a disadvantage if I am the one?
You're the one.
If I'm the one typing it into the box?
So, are you trying to?
Because it's a d20 plus 6 for a magical spell attack.
Okay. So just roll it twice. D20 plus 6, and then roll it again.
Oh, I was able.
19 would still hit, and you were aiming for what? This guy in front of you?
Yeah.
All right, give me some damage. It slams into some.
Oh, plus 3. It did 4. I was gonna type plus 3, but it sent before I could.
Gotcha. So they do not get
So
pushed back from your damage. You managed to hit one in the arm and kind of send it reeling a little bit. Also, thank you for the follow link. Um, that is all
and that
you
is, yeah, that's the end of my turn.
start. All right. This round they will have the upper hand. And they will make use of that upper hand. Let's see. This one's going to try and murder Niavara. This one knows that's an illusion.
It attacked them.
Oh, there's 3 of them. Don't worry. It's also equal distance between you and Veldrin, so that one's gonna go for Niavara. This one's gonna go for. Let's see. Yep, because these were the ones that swiped at him. Let's see. Give them checks. Yeah, they would notice. So 2 of these are gonna go for Veldrin then, and 1's going for Neavara. Yeah. Okay, and they have the upper hand, so 2 attacks for Neavara. Yeah, both of those are gonna hit.
Yep, for sure.
For a whopping 11 damage. But that's 2 hits, so 2 con saves. Well, 2 concentrations to keep your spell up, and then 2 constitution saves for other effects. And
Oh
then this
god,
will be
what
for
did I do?
Veldrin. 2.
Oh, I brought myself down to 7. That's
Oh, what? Whoops.
So
So
a
it's 2
17 plus.
concentration and 2.
2 concentration and then 2 constitution.
Okay.
If you have a concentration spell going.
Wait, yes, I do.
So
They're all showing up as constitutions, but the
yeah, because
first 2
concentration
were
is constitution. That's where it
yeah,
gets a
the
little.
first 2 were just constitution. The second 2 were concentration.
Okay.
unless we have a constitution for my concentration guardians pops.
All right. Sorry, I'm getting the stuff plugged in because things.
All right, I think guardians pops.
Enough.
Nothing
so
I can do about that.
Kerplump. Okay. Getting Veldrin's damage. Oof. Okay.
Oh, when they first acted though, they should have, rolled it anyway. Last round worth of it.
Thought I. Okay.
Did we? I'll double
Hey,
check
lambs.
while you're figuring that out for Vel.
So this is how we determine this. So the first attack. So that would be
A 15?
Well, the second one's gonna be more because it was a crit. My mouse is double clicked, but I'm gonna work with these numbers. So the first one's 9, so your constitution would be fine on like the concentration because it would still be a 10 DC 10, and then the second one, which was a crit, so I'd add 2 more D6. 2. So the second attack was 15 damage. Which you already did the concentration checks anyway. Because even if it was half the damage, it would still be below 10. There's half damage. Oh, we can figure that out later. Moving things along.
The
Either
answer
way.
is no, we had not done it for this round.
Okay. Go for
Anything that
this
started
round.
is turning this round.
This round. Okay. So
Eldrin's down to 14.
Also, did that the spell crit on one of the saves? Is that an inspiration too?
Vel got a 7.
One of
I
them
think
was
it
a
was just a
21.
pass.
Wasn't there like a 23 or something up there that was a natural? I don't know.
Yeah,
You had
that
a
21 was.
somewhere.
Oh, so I get a inspiration.
Yep.
Yay.
Because you need them.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, so I need to do one. So how many of them would at the start of the turn? So that one, that one. I think this one was like here. It wasn't in range of it. Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so 2d20s. So they both pass. So what's the half damage?
Half of 13.
Round it down. That back from the damage threshold and an Arcana check. Because technically that
I dealt
happened.
damage to it.
Oh, just give me. I need an Arcana check because technically it was it. The portal was in reach of it too. Okay, so
Beautiful.
one more stage. So the portal seems very unstable. Just before, like you got hit, and you know, your the flickering images that were protecting you and defending you fade away as your concentration's broken. And you know, in a lot of other situations, you've dealt with enemies that are very primal in their actions. They'll just charge forward and swing wildly, but these seem to be far more sinister and intelligent. And you know, they are strategically targeting. You know, there's hints of intelligence in how they move and how they act and how they attack. And you know, you're not dealing with some simple, mindless creature. These are capable of learning, observing, and adapting, which makes them all the more dangerous. But that was their turn. Did their stuff. Zed.
Would Zed be able to tell if either one of these rifts looks less stable?
That would be a check, which would be your action.
Well, he's just gonna wing it then. Let's see. Come right over here. And swipe again.
Swipe.
No swiping.
A 20. Then get an Arcana check. Yes, yes. They're almost shut. Oof. So you swing at that one, and for a moment it kind of seemed like you got it, but then you know the portal's edges sort of reinforce themselves in a sense, like a not revert. Doesn't seem like it's reverting to a previous state. Just like when you swipe something through like water or like something on top of water, where you swipe it and it just kind of settles again.
Question,
And in
I
this
guess,
situation,
for
you
mechanics.
are allowed. You are standing next to this thing. You can actually roll that Arcana check again
Okay.
as little one starts biting at the portal. Yeah. Okay.
Double tens.
It was
So that's
was
a-
meant to be.
That's a 20, right? I'd question as far as just new mechanics and something situationally. that I don't know if we've come across. But the Vex property, would that apply in this? Not for this hit, but like for my subsequent turns. Since you said that I technically hit, but I
Yeah.
I didn't do damage or anything. Okay.
So in this situation, you do still get to do damage because the thing jumps in the way to intercept swing.
Okay. Perfect. I guess also, I typically don't do this, but we're just trying to get, I guess, as many hits as possible. Could I bonus action for an offhand strike with a dagger?
If you use Green Flame Blade, I think
Oh,
we
I
looked this
can't.
up before because it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Okay. I always just think of it as a weapon attack, but let's see.
Yeah, because we looked this up. Because it's a cantrip.
um,
If only you were a fighter at Action Surge.
right.
Obscure
I
reference.
trying to think if I should. 'Cause I'm going to add sneak attack, but I don't know if I should just go full sneak attack or if I should try one of the cunning strikes.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna attempt to add poison to this.
Okie
Like
dokie.
that poison condition. And I think, yeah, the DC should be right. And then let me roll damage. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. All right, so
24, that's the
24
threshold.
damage, and then con save for the poison condition if that applies.
Yeah, if that applies. Sure. Let's roll it.
So far, I think that's worked on like one thing.
Sure, we'll go with if that applies. That whether or not that applies, you don't know.
All right. And that'll be my turn.
All right, you slice down another couple of creatures as the horde reinforces the endless wave. Oh yeah, you're next to a portal. Give me a freebie perception check.
Okay. $12.
12. All right. Really notice any new information that you haven't already
Okay.
interacted with. Next up in line, Opal.
Oh,
Me.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
could I didn't use my bonus action, right? No, can I bonus action disengage?
you can, yeah.
I moved 10 to get to where I was, so then I'm going to go back to there. All right. Sorry.
All right, Opal.
Okay, moving there. Firing at these guys.
Don't roll a 1.
Here's hoping I don't. 21?
I mean, there's a 1 in there.
20.
Yep, they would both impact some creatures upon the hold.
9 into 10. 19 total damage.
Definitely
that will be it.
takes them out.
Nice. That will be it for Opal's turn.
Key of the Vara. we will start your turn with some
Yep.
bleeding damage.
Yep.
And you had failed the con.
I think so.
So that is now this. So you take 4 points of bleeding damage, and it's your turn.
Why does mental math abandon me at this hour? It's 28. Alright, so I think both Neavara and Veldrin are both pretty low. I think other people are doing okay, though, right?
Everybody's been staying at range, so I think so, yeah.
Just us! Yay! Has anyone else at all gotten damage done?
I'm good.
How much damage does Veldrin have right now?
Vel only has 14 left. I'm not looking great.
Alright. So. She's gonna. So. I'm just gonna be like, lift up the veil. This is definitely a curse, right?
I mean, you're bleeding.
True. I wouldn't
Like,
know
did,
yet, would
did
I?
Neavara say that in character?
No, I'm saying it in general. She wouldn't have any way of knowing it yet.
That would
And
be a
she's not
check.
even tried to heal.
Yep, that would be a check, which would get an action.
Alright, she's first going to attempt to heal them both. If I can find the normal healing option, that would be great. The creature, the little illusion next to you, casts Cure Wounds on Veldrin. It's going to be upcast to 2nd level.
In the rare occasion that Neavara actually uses a heal spell, this is a momentous occasion. It shall be
Done it a
remembered forever.
handful of times. I have been known to do it. On occasion.
Once a year.
At least twice. Oh my god, that's horrible.
Hey,
The
that put
type
me
of-
up to 30.
The type of cleric that to heal their party just kills all the threats.
They can't hurt you if they're dead.
Right.
It's the like I said, put it in the out of character chat. I deserve a break. Stop healing. Choose violence. Go insane. Do it for the plot. She's been saying her mantras. So obviously there's that one. Heal on Veldrin.
Okay.
And her inventory. Do I literally not have a healing potion in my bag anymore? I guess not. Okay, actually, I'm undoing that healing. Sorry, Veldrin. Remove those 16 hit points.
Damn.
It's only because I'm doing this instead to be more effective. To heal both of us. Rather than, I'm like, why waste 2 spell slots when I could just use 1 spell slot? and then hit them. Plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is actually pretty high.
Hmm.
My modifier is +4, so 8.
So you healed the exact same number just across 2 people.
Yes.
Now I'm at 22 instead of 30.
It was meant to
Hang.
be.
It was meant to be. Sorry. This was how it was supposed to be. You have good berries, don't you?
I actually believe I don't.
Oh my god. But we've both healed. Now, shouldn't I be able to tell something's up with the damage going on?
Let's see. Bonus act. How would you like to determine this information?
Uh,
Or
well, wouldn't
multiple? What information are you trying to derive from this situation? And then I will be able to determine which skill is applicable.
does something seem off about the normal processes that healing usually works? They have this big nasty gash. She has now used healing magic on it. Does something seem wrong?
Something does
Does it?
seem wrong. The gash is not quite healed.
So, what would be the best way of saying, like, okay, what is wrong?
So based on that information, let's go with, use a spell slot. Let's go with Arcana.
Are you sure it couldn't be something nicer like perception or medicine?
Remember, I can give you a d6.
It doesn't matter. I have a +1 to Arcana. I'm so bad at int checks.
Here, I
I
have
was
a
hoping.
+5. Because it's something affecting the both of them.
That would be on
I
your
will.
turn. Right now, Neovar.
I was hopeful it'd be a medicine check. Oh well.
Based on the information you were trying to derive, it would be Arcana based.
Don't flub it, Neovara. She flubbed it.
I can give you a d6.
That's a 12.
Is the 12 any good?
A 12 is enough to determine you are under the effects of some kind of curse that has, as far as you can tell, with your mighty 12, has made this wound, because you don't know how to fix it, but seems like it's made this wound permanent. It is not closing through healing magic.
Oh, that's disgusting. The good news, I am a cleric. I can remove curses.
All right.
And that was her action, then the skill check.
Yep. Because in this edition, basically like influences and like skill checks are now actions. Unless the DM
So look at
explicitly says it's freebie.
So look at that. I may not have healed you all that much, but I did find out what was wrong with you. And it's not just your dad issue.
That's emotional damage. Different type
That
of ongoing damage.
Yeah, I can't heal that.
And you can't heal this either. All right, Kozik.
Yeah, I can't.
She says, your dad issue.
As though I don't have it too. Yeah.
Teveldrin? Dad issue?
Mom issue, dad issue. All it's the all button. All the above.
Right, Kozik, what you
Yeah.
got?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to attack that portal if I can.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay. 1, 2.
2 Arcana
Those are
checks.
they're pretty good. But yeah, then I gotta do the those are wildly good rolls.
Right. So that first one, with all the effort poured into destabilizing these portals, this one finally its threshold of stability,
Wow.
causing
Okay.
it to do like a whoop, 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 and then just kind of looks like it's about to explode outward, but then just kind of sucks itself in and disappears as if like collapsing in on itself, leaving you with one portal.
Wow. It's working. It's working.
And this one gets
And
caught in the implosion.
and then I will move a little closer maybe to this there we go. And that'll be my turn.
All right, his turn. He spends it continuing to work on some kind of like rune on the ground. That's all he does his turn. Beldrin. There's one portal left. It looks severely unstable.
Yeah. He's gonna go over here. And of course I can't find the spell I wanted to use.
Mend butt crack.
Yeah, that one.
Ah,
It's probably in his spell book he found that he hasn't read.
Oh yeah, start a round. Alright. Bleeding.
Oh yes.
3 damage.
Now I'm 19. You know, I'll just use this one because it's the one I could find.
Ah, guaranteed hit. Okay. Explodes and the creature dex save. Okay, okay. Give me the attack roll. Like, are you aiming at a creature or?
I'm aiming it kind of like towards the edges of the portal.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Because no matter what, it's gonna hit
Yeah.
because splash is gonna guarantee. Yeah. So give me an Arcana check. Oof. Well, you'll get to do damage if you fail the Arcana.
That I do. So it has to do a dex saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
So on top of, I think the dex is. Oh, because you're splashing it onto the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, I see. All right. Get pushed back. All right, so there's a frost that forms over some of the tendrils coming out of the backs of these Slendermen. You see like little icicles forming. But it is in the fight. All right, anything else?
I can do the arrow as well.
All right, yep, do that.
Do I have to do it at disadvantage or?
Nope, because there's nothing in melee with you.
Okay. So that was the attack.
All right, so one of the things just jumps up and intercepts it, but for no damage because it doesn't even hit. It's like it
Yeah.
bats it away out of the way. Ding.
All right. That's my turn.
Or even creepier, it looks like the arrow was about to hit it, and where the area that the arrow would have landed, a hole just forms briefly for the arrow to fly through it, and it seals itself back up. I think that fits creepypasta a little more. Okay, so their turn. Do the roll. Okay. Oof. Hmm. Nah. Nah. Technically, I rolled a natural 20 for him earlier, but that doesn't get given to NPCs, so unfortunate. So these fellas will act. They are not in any area of effects. Nope. Okay. Let's see. We got options. Are it enough? Yeah. They're smart enough to know how to gang up on somebody. Oh. Intelligent. They're just gonna try and murder the shit out of Niavara. Good luck.
Good luck.
And let's see, they have 2 pulls. But they won the round total. Okay. Let's see. If what's your AC, Nivara? Are you about to be the luckiest person right now? Oh, wait. Tour with it. Wait. I gotta do advantage rolls. Hold on. Roll is. I got okay, and then we'll re second one. Okay. You are the luckiest person freaking alive right now. Okay. So Niavara, these things gang up on you, swing at you, and across 6 attacks, 4, let's see, 1, 2, 4 of which are at advantage, not a single one lands. 13 almost hit you, but not a single
That's
one
wild.
lands. 2, 3, 5, 6. So yeah, out of 10 rolls, not a single one was a 14 or better.
Wow.
I bet Neavara is pooping her pants right now. Being all muted or quiet. Anyway. God damn. Lost 2 portals. They don't have their bonuses anymore. Alright, Zed. One portal left and Neavara surrounded.
Let's see. Here, so if I still had Vex, that would give me advantage.
If you attack that guy.
So it wouldn't have been on the portal because the dude jumped in front of it.
Correct.
Okay.
So the Vex would be on him, not the portal.
Gotcha. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, he's gonna try and hit the portal.
Alrighty. See what you get. Alright, well I guess technically roll with advantage, because this guy's gonna jump in the way?
I think I just crashed.
Ruh-roh. Badoodios. Full on PC crash? Or browser crash?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Shit. Sorry.
Hi.
Hello.
Long
Welcome
time
back.
no see.
Sorry. Long day.
You didn't die.
Not yet.
Neavara avoided 10 hits.
Yay! How amazing of her.
That was
no.
weird.
How so?
I didn't lose internet, but I disconnected from Foundry, and then my stream disconnected.
Weird. Something popped up with your internet, but not. That's a weird one.
And I
Maybe
can't
the browser.
re-roll. I can't roll my attack in Foundry. That was very strange. Let me should I try and reload? Back in?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if
Okay.
there was an interruption.
Okay, so it did roll.
Like I saw the
Great.
11.
Yeah, when I clicked attack and I clicked roll, and then it grayed out the attack button and never put up a roll for me. I think I just like had a hiccup.
So maybe you didn't
Internet real
hear.
quick.
So roll it again.
Okay.
Try disconnecting. Because technically, this guy had Vex on him, so the 11 just wouldn't hit. All right. Because you were aiming for the portal, but the guy jumped in the way. But the guy had Vex, so technically, since he jumped in the way, it gave you the advantage on the roll. But you missed anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
And also, your next to portal, you can give me a freebie perception. All right, that's 15. Okay, so you could swear that you see like one of these things in this entirety of this horde. Like amidst the chaos, the spells being flung, um, people somehow dodging 10 attacks, uh, Eldritch blasts going off, this dude on the side of the back of the room, making some weird rune, people bleeding out, casting spells. You notice amidst all this chaos that there is one of these things not attacking, not moving forward. It's standing amidst the horde, but it is observing you guys. And it's specifically looking at Zed. It is watching. While all this chaos is going on, it's like in a movie scene where they do like a whole bunch of people walking around and then the camera just slowly zooms in on that one person staring directly at the camera as it pierces through the crowd zooming in. There is one observer. But that is what you get with the freebie perception. Opal. There's one portal and a bunch of dudes getting
Okay.
up on the Avara.
Neovara, how you doing, buddy?
Oh shit. Zed, did you want? Sorry.
um, yeah, I guess bonus action disengage back to where I was.
Okay. All right. Sorry, Opal. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. I'm going to quickly just open fire on the guys attacking Neovara.
All right. Give me some roll, shooty. Trying to push him
You got
back.
it. Oh,
That's a nope. That's a yep.
12 damage.
There it is. Yep. Okay. That pushes that threshold. So. Right, you are down there. Practical.
Very, very fair.
All right, Neovara, you're surrounded. You're dodging attacks. Some of them got dropped around you, and you kind of almost you're probably feeling a little cornered now. There's space to move, but you were definitely in almost surrounded territory. What does Neovara do? Alright. Maybe she'll pop back in a minute.
Yeah.
Kozik,
I think she may have fallen asleep.
we'll see. We'll see.
More of a, terrible sort of night. Let's just say that.
Ah,
But that's all right. I should have worn this the CPAP last night. I didn't. That is my fault.
Well, it's your turn.
It is my turn. In which case, it is a time for a glorious day. It's called the magic spell plus healing combo. Oh wait, I am
Oh, right, bleed
totally
damage.
surrounded. Huh? Yeah.
2. In your turn.
So, you want to know the beautiful thing? It's called, oh, am I surrounded? Psych! No, I'm not. So she's gonna move 30 feet over here. I'm going to transpose. You have no way of knowing.
Not without a check.
I don't think you can tell. Can you? Like, there's nothing in the thing that tells that there would be anything different about the two.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
about that earlier when
I
you
feel like if
had
they swipe
the
through her, they might be able to be like, oh,
Oh yeah, that would totally. But like until that point,
when you had the spiritual guardians. I was thinking about that, and like that could be a tell
oh, that'd be
when
an
you
easy one.
switch. The
But like
guardians would
that's
be, yeah, but they're
following.
gone now, so there's literally no difference.
But that's why I was following down the edge case scenario. Like, would I be able to leave them on in the place that they were?
Yeah, right.
It's too nice, right? How's Veldrin doing in terms of hit points?
I'm at 19. Ooh, why did that? I didn't even touch it.
oh, that's my mouse double clicking. I was looking at your hit points
Oh.
and my mouse it hovers over that.
All right.
I'll just
I don't currently have on me the tools to actually remove this curse. After the battle, we just have to survive until then. Shouldn't be too hard. I've never removed a curse, right? How difficult could it possibly be? Don't break my spirit yet.
I say nothing. I'm just seeing what you're planning on.
The answer is now I heal Veldrin. That I know what's going on. I've removed myself from danger sneakily. If I can just find the actual cure wounds button, because I've slid over it 3 different times.
I mean, you can go into your spell list and just type in cure for the filter.
Let's go. She recombines. She nabs him. Like, all right. So, maybe not my smartest idea, but we're doing good. We're doing good. You now get your 16 heals. All is well.
Now I'm at 35.
And that's her whole turn.
All right. Now Kozik.
Okay, let's. I'm gonna continue to attack the portals. I think that's my main mission here.
Glorious mission it is. Except that time. But definitely that time.
Okay, do I have to roll an Arcana?
Yep, Arcana for the second one. The first one just goes like wide,
Damn.
but you still do damage. As Dude Man's jumps in the way.
Woof.
Alright. A valiant effort.
Well, and I'll hold my ground where I am. That'll be my turn.
And the drow looks like he might be nearing completion of his work.
Excellent.
Beltran.
I am gonna cast Ice Storm. And it says each creature in the cylinder makes a dex saving throw. A creature takes 2d10 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. And then hailstones turn the ground in the cylinder into difficult terrain until the end of my next turn.
All right, let's start off with the Arcana check. Check for. Oof. Okay.
Can I add my d6 to it?
Yes, you can. Oof.
How's 13 do me?
Unfortunately, just damage, and also we calculate your damage. 4. And this was at the start of your turn, so technically it wouldn't be breaking your concentration.
Yeah, for some reason, every time I enter for the health, it does that.
Ah. Probably because it's you have the bleed buff. Are you prompting that?
So what happens because of the failed arcana?
Oh, you just do damage.
Oh, just damage.
A threshold. Actually, no, the furthest away, so all right.
How's it looking?
The portal
Mm-hmm.
still unstable. And as this like sheet of ice is covering the area, little one kind of sticks his little snout out and gets a little icicle on his nose. All right, is Veldrin
Cute.
staying where he is?
For now, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
I get to do my arrow.
so is it? So
It's an
is the
8. I don't
arrow
think that.
a reaction?
It's a bonus action.
Bonus. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
I don't think that worked.
It did not. Disappears into the hail. All right. They're so close. Sheesh. Sheesh. All right, they have the upper hand again. So they are going to wait. This one was here. So we'll start with. They'll move this around. So attack 1. It would miss. This one is going to be with advantage technically. That would miss. So they just swing at your duplicate and nothing would hit. So they continue to assume it's the real you. I'll just do this. Okay. That one swings and doesn't even hit the duplicate, so there's no indication that it's an illusion. Am I doing that right, Evan? 2, 2. Oh, wait. Whatever. Figure this out. Okay, so that would miss. That one would hit. That would miss, and that would miss. Okay.
Can I silvery barbs the crit?
Yeah, you can. There's a creature to silvery barbs. So then that would instead miss. So they're unawares that it's an illusion because nothing has effectively hit Neovar's illusion, which would indicate that
Nice.
it's an illusion. And then the last one that does not have advantage, but just 2 attacks. A 14 and a 13. Which AC. So one would swipe through her. So essentially they just sort of waste their turn swinging and missing, except for one, which then they realize that, you probably get the feeling that they're now aware that that's an illusion. And they turn their faceless gazes over to the non-illusion.
I didn't even think about it. They were swinging at the illusion. That was a waste of silvery barbs. Oh well.
All right. That was their turn. Zed, there's one portal in front of you. Dudes are still spilling out of it.
Fuck. I could have used that spell slot too. Oh well. Ugh.
The battle.
I'll also from the silvery barbs, give Opal the advantage.
Alrighty.
Then
So that will be difficult terrain.
oh, okay. That would
Each creature
Yeah,
in the
alright.
cylinder makes a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 2d10 bludgeoning damage and 46 cold on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. Hailstones turn the ground in the cylinder into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn.
Oh, so that's just gonna hit. That would hit me if I go in there. Oh man.
But it only lasts until the end of
Um,
Veldrin's turn.
Let's see.
Yep.
Man, that sucks. Okay. Yeah. Then I'll stay here. I was not prepared. Steady aim. And again, trying to hit the rift. No, this has not worked at all.
Yeah, that would hit. Give me an Arcana
But
check.
I'm assuming someone. Okay.
The first had one freebie because it was unprotected. 24. That would be enough. And once again, almost a natural 20.
Yeah.
So the creatures, try and jump in the way of the firebolt. Or not really jumping, but just interposing themselves. And you see the firebolt, unlike the first time where it just went in, just went through. This one actually seems to have an effect, like as it's passing through the threshold, but even more so, as it's passing through this field of ice, it's almost like how to describe it? So like imagine your firebolts like flying through the air through this hailstorm, and you see like the hail start to like melt in its path, and the further and further it gets in, it's almost like it creates this really weird like, because your firebolt, what color is your firebolt? Just regular old fire color.
I think at this point, to kind of maybe stick with the green flame blade, it's probably green.
All right, so it travels through this hailstorm, and it goes from a green to blue. As you know, you kind of feel like, there's some effect here, and it hits the portal. The portal's like threshold, and it's like as it flies through the portal, it's almost like a Sonic Boom-esque shockwave that destabilizes the thing to a point where it completely collapses. And you'd probably see like as it goes through, there's like a sheet of ice that forms over it, like blocking your view inside, like what might be on the other side, and then it shatters. Like it's almost like the portal's edges froze and then shattered from like the sonic boom.
Nice. Is like taking a quick look around, because Zed noticed this. There was one figure in the room that was just kind of like not doing anything, oddly just staring at him.
Correct. But as the
so-
portal like does its collapsing, you see all of these entities get sucked into it. Just like
Mhm.
slorp, slorp, slorp. Back to wherever they came from. Like the entire horde, it's like something just tugged at their tendrils, like a wind tunnel just pulled them all in. And the one that was watching, it looks like it's like the tendrils get tugged, but it seems more like it casually walks into the rift as it's imploding. Never once taking its faceless like gaze away from you. Like even as it's walking past you, like its head will just do, like an owl, it'll just always be watching Zed as it walks and then disappears into the implosion.
After Zed would have noticed him before, but then after hitting the portal, and then everything gets kind of like pulled in, and this thing's walking by. Zed would definitely lock eyes with it, and just almost kind of like a pensive sort of squinting stare as this thing disappears. And I'm assuming then we're just left with us and the drow.
Yep.
Interesting.
And at that point, he completes whatever arcane circles that he was carving into the ground during the combat. And you see the locations where the portals were now have like these shimmering spheres around them. And at that point, he takes a breather, falls on his ass and just breathing heavily collapses. And at that point, that is a good stopping point the session, as you have
And
dealt with this.
can Vildren ask one question?
Next time. Actually, no, it could be a fun answer, sure.
What is your house?
I am living in it.
Your name?
Oh. My name. Yes. That would be, and then we in session.
Well, maybe this guy is not pure evil that I assumed he was. Seems like a nice guy.
I mean, you've met two Drow. One is Veldrin, one's this guy, and they've both been nice guys. So yeah, you have Kozik has a 100% quality assurance
great.
on meeting Drow.
Yeah, I love these guys.
All right. So, with that being said,
Smacked hard.
And then everything came out fine.
Yep.
and you guys are still bleeding, but we'll deal with that next time.
Open wounds can't get infected when the game isn't happening. It's fine.
All right. So with that, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching, sticking around. We went a little over, but you know, it do be like that sometimes. People are eepy. And yeah. Oh, there we go. Boop. Yeah, so we do this every week at 7:40-ish Pacific. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Sorry, brain fart. Yeah, so for those of you on the that was for those of you on the Ubles Toobles, and I guess those who watch the VOD. I usually try and get these VODs up on the Ubles Toobles on Mondays. Last couple Mondays I've been a little like slacking, forgetting about it. But I usually get them up before the VODs on Twitch go poof. And for those of you on the YouTube, we do this over on Twitch, Twitch TV/cubed222. Yeah. Otherwise, I pretty much run D&D games and play Vigima games, so feel free to drop on by and say what's up sometime. Don't be shy. I think that's all the announcements I can think of. Tomorrow, hopefully, if we have everybody, I think we do. We have the second game that I run. That's gonna be at 5:30 Pacific. We've had a bit of a hiatus due to scheduling recently, but I think we got everybody, so that could be cool. And I think that's all I can think of, so I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or whatever it is in between for you. And yeah, stay good to yourselves, stay good to others, and remember that not every day is going to be a bad day. Look forward to the next one. But with that being said, I'm going to head on out of here. So I guess I'll hopefully catch you guys again tomorrow. Or on the YouTubes, I guess, whenever the VOD goes up, I guess. Yeah. Have fun. Peace out. Good luck. Have fun. Peace out. Till next time. Laters.